I forgot to put the music on. Let me make sure this is all posted correctly. No. Well, unfortunately, Bitcoin's under 90,000 today, but we don't care about that. There's always more opportunities to find. Actually, Ping's on our buy side, so that's pretty good. We finally maybe get relief out of this fucking coin. Yeah, even though it's on the downtrend, there's still a lot of things to buy. Auto's actually a good one. That's like a pretty confident signal. I'm not sure. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, it's not looking so good. ENA was on a buy signal for 3 days now. It's hot. It's bag holding that. Swap G3. Negative. Let's take a look at my dashboard, because ideally I wouldn't be like underwater versus Bitcoin. And I don't think I am. Well, this is taking like a minute to load. I wonder if I'm lagging. Uh-oh. Internet, please. My AGIX is still doing pretty good. Same with the ENA. AGIX is actually doing surprisingly good. I think that's doing better now that things are bearish. Just gonna check these proper. The RCHB is still doing pretty good. That's still up like 15% on DNB. Actually, it's up 20% on DNB. What about DNB? Do I mean like hidden bags here? I don't think so. It's just RCHB and that. And then base. I think I bought virtual yesterday. See how that's doing. I can just go to the cluster trends and see. Yeah, I think my internet's slow. I might hotspot from my phone. Yeah, I think that's better now. Sweet. Oh wow, that's eating up fucking DNA though. Damn. Yeah, it's basically the same as what I bought. Pings again. But So Liza, last session I saw that you did my bag. I mean, I saw shit. Did we call that? We had to, right? You'd probably be in the alert history. BNB. What? What is that? What is going on? It's this beat. I mean, it thinks it's gonna dump, so I probably won't. You're not looking so hot, 53. No, not ENA again. I mean, even still. He's receiving. Like, it's not. Like, if I look on the daily, because this one's a slow mover, but it's right on that level where pretty much where I bought it still, where it's like, if you look, movies and each of these is low. It always goes up and down, up and down. It's a matter of time. And it's been like throttling the line on Hoku calls and say up and then down, up, down, up, down. Low confidence. It's like just tells me that like there's got to be like reversal at some point. This little boom, I mean, it's probably legit. Like, it keeps trying to, keeps fucking bumping. Like, what the hell, man? Whoa. This one's been called like a shit ton of times. Let me control F this. So low boom. There's one. That's correct. There's two. Is very correct. Called the down signal. The base has the potential to do great shit like this. It's just mired down by all these other fucking shitty ones. G. Cotty. Issues for sure. Oh, it's a balancer pool. That's interesting. A balancer pool should never really be shown up here. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. That definitely shouldn't show up. And what's weird is tokens never shows this as bad, like, but it's a balancer contract. It's totally not a token. Yeah, this shouldn't be here. Yeah, it's probably just going to be the same as yesterday, where it's a lot of trade signals going down and not a lot of them going up. So we got to find our own path on this ride. Hmm. Yeah, I bet it's not looking so good right now. It's my area. Ain't good, that's what it is. AXGT. None of these fucking Ethereum ones are doing hot. Bro, look at BNB. Ooh, pretty bad. NVIDIA. This has gotta be that fucking scam thing. God, I want that for meme badge implemented so badly. I wish I could see the ones for memers from here. Just let me look in the trade signals history. Talked about BNB again. Go to the results. All the ones it calls, like 9 out of 9, 8 out of 8, all like that, are all 4 meme ones. And it's just like, fuck. With the exception of Eliza OS, that one's just a ripper. But this one is this. Yeah, cell signal after cell signal. It's actually crazy. I guess it makes sense. Seller's market right now. Look at this cloud. Retard done. Let me see if I can swap that on the fly right here. Now one of these has still gotta be fucking pumping now. Maybe not this one. For some reason instead of just a bond into an L. This one might not be so bad. Let me check it on point and see what the fuck the actual mean is. Oh, it's a Pepe Ziggy. Siegfried Wizard. He has a badge on it. I mean, it's probably worth like a pun. And even fucking $8 puts the price up like that. Jesus. Why the fuck would gas be that way? It's being bleaching. Refresh here. This is some problem. See. Wait, that's the wrong. See, that's the, hanging that out. Yeah. Oh, I hate refreshing and I get like all these notifications. Fuck. I'm just curious because this is wanting to swap. He's just not talking to my wallet, or what's the deal? Well, that's unfortunate. But at least, like, I don't know. I felt bad this anyway. You're not working, so problem. Let me go to actual Kyber swap here. Excuse me. I just want to see if it breaks on Kyber swap too. That's who we're running through now. Seems to work. Let me try to swap into one USD. Yeah, Kyber swap works just fine. So I know it's not that. Some way we're talking. Sounds like an offline deal. Oh, it's just Kyber's offering like this crazy high APR liquidity pool staking for some of the coins I got. It's like, no way, dude. Fuck that. Mm. Oh man. Oh, man. Strange how Uni on BNB's fucking trending. I mean, kinda not doing so hot right now. That's promising. Look at our profile here. Sweet. So we do have a profile. I mean, it's up a little like against East, which is good. Just the dollar part is bad. Kiwi token? Internet? Are you not doing so hot still? Guess it depends. Let's see if it's just a next problem. We're going to actual website. Yeah, the actual website's looking like that, but I'm not sure if there's something next. Hello. What are you on for me? Just like a rabbit. How about that Ziggy one though? Yeah, you. It's probably worth the fun. I can't swap it. You do it directly on pancakes. Huh? Oh man, my internet really is jumping, huh? This is a cash signal. Yeah, this one just came through. Is this that funny one? Yeah. Alright, we can fight on that one too. Alright, so we're in this Ziggy one. And then that other Chinese one that's like actually this one. Hoku seems pretty confident, so I'll give it its due. Yeah, for now, just gotta wait for these to start moving. Looks like it's already 5% up, which is not bad actually. Got another notification. This is so. Let me open both these up here on the side so I can take a look. So I got Ziggy. Let's try this. Okay. Ziggy's already not so fucking good. Shit. It's probably a low sum. Gotta wait. Gotta wait. This other one's probably gonna be more hot anyway. I can stare at that for a bit. I need caffeine. 1 second. Sorry about that. It'd be nice if some of the smaller time frame ones were more frequent, but this one is a small time frame. I still got it, so we'll see. Well, see, Velo's a good one. If they show signs of like actually like reversing, I buy it. It's fundamentally alright. Like, damn, their shit's been dumping. Holy fuck. OPP. Says real, but that's not promising. Neither is this up only holders chart. Hello. Looks like you had a good day. It's FDB on you. You got like a lot of holders. Damn. Just token? Not ready. Oh. Uh-oh. That ain't looking sort of cheap. Well, hopefully. It's still such a small market cap. It's Zcash is on the down signal. Oh, stinky. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It was pumping like crazy for so long. Like, that would be real. It's basically just like pushed by like KOLs and shit. Like, I wonder how much of it's actually dead supply. It's just one of those like super old coins at this point. Bitcoin on a trend is not surprising, but that doesn't seem good. you, little China rabbit. You tipped a little. Coming back. We're coming back. Probably just better not like super stare at it. Honestly, let me just mess around with the mollyclad. Before I do that, so what are the ones that like true? 11 for sure, and 12. And 3. So let me look at those clusters. Let's go to trading cluster 3. So that's this big green fucking oblong thing. Let's just start clicking around, see if people hold. This guy's not so much. See if he actually plays. Alright. Zoom back over this side. Yeah, this poor section. So that's what I'm talking about, but these are scam plays. Unless you do a little bit more like older meme trading. Some Solana. It's like you're just accumulating overall. What about all you guys here that are random? Sort of same story. Scam tokens. Oh, a lot of scams. What about these 11? So 11 is this gray one. Yeah, like a big cluster within a cluster here. You're up 4, so if you've been on it, you haven't traded. You're getting closer though to something. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, you just got a bunch of scam shit. Might be open Aster. It's even the light Aster. I don't even think so. Rice data wrong here. Huh, that's curious. Alright. It's definitely not right. Let's check the Ziggy price. That's right, I have to check that. So the rabbit price, not doing so hot. Ziggy price, even worse. Rag. Yeah, this one here. Well, I mean, it's kind of recovering. I'll give it time. Like, the signal's set. Like, it's probably a few hours, so it is what it is. Sometimes you have to be patient. Giggle Panda. Damn. Just crazy, this one. This is a legit formula, right? God, it is. Oh, God, I hate Canada. It's so cold. Gotta move to Florida. Heart same. It's not a point. Makes me skeptical. But like, it's literally got 8 holes. Why am I even looking at this right now? It's on the training cluster here. Bro, it has like 10 holders on it. It's even on decks. Oh yeah, they just read law. It just doesn't show it here. I mean, I didn't buy it, but like, I was just looking. I was like, huh? Hey, it's there again. It's dead though. Put it on BNB. Hey, what does it look like on the sell side? It's curious how this one's also a number. Yeah, I guess it's number 2. This one's a little bit better. Actually, my RCHV bag, every time I check, is doing better and better despite what the BNB, sorry, like what the dollar price is saying. The BNB price is going higher. Like I'm still at like 25%. It's wild. But Aster, it's the Aster situation. Like, I think I'm still up on that as well. Hell yeah, dude. It continues to go up, so we wait. Pretty much, if I haven't seen anything I haven't recognized, I'll just click on it. I think I already checked OPT. I didn't have to look at it. Yeah. Just even on the minute chart, like it's so too choppy and inconsistent. Like, this screen is uncanny. Although, like, you never know. I guess I could be wrong, but I'd prefer to keep my money. Seems quite a few of them aren't loading out there. Oh yeah, no, Elias OS. I think the ship's sailing on that. Well, we got in and out of that one. It was pretty good. But it's dying. Man, this sounds so much. I mean, yeah, it's still got like fuck all FPA, so we could easily just turn it on if I wanted to. There it is. I see you. Weird how it's 2. Well, I guess, yeah, the symbol's different than the, like, the ticker's different than the name, right? Alright, surely it's like, it's just not too much to it. This is a scam. Check that fucking crazy one on the little bull. Yeah, I don't get it, man. Fuck. Should buy you. And then nuts. Let me see if people are posting about you or not. Fuck, I'm gonna make a post about that because I should have bought, but I didn't. Because we were making signals about this days ago. I'm gonna fucking go search. Right. Trade signals. What was the earliest goddamn Lil Bull signal we had? Control F. It's full of them. It's like actually fucking full of them. There's, let's see, 17 calls so far. Let's see if this is the end of the back. Yeah, I don't know how far I can scroll down here. I think it's the limit's like 3 days, but okay, so fuck me sideways, dude. 2 days, 8 hours. 21 minutes ago, so 2 days ago. Well, here, it says the time. We'll say literally like local 7:02 my time on the 17th. Mother of fucking Christ, dude. It gave it right here. Bro. I don't even know how much that would be. Like 30, 40x at least? Mother of God, dude. I feel so stupid. Let me get like another screenshot here. It's proper. The signal info. Fuck me, dude. Well, big W for Hoku, but huge L for me. Fuck! Oh, God. I hope someone out there used Hoku and caught that call. Please. Oh, shit. This is basically where it is, where I'm on it. Like, I actually feel sick. Like, fuck. It's crazy. Oh, Jesus. I can't get over it. Dan's not going to be happy. Well, he's going to be happy that the AI got it right. He's not going to be happy that I didn't fucking pull the trigger, man. Oh, shit. No, you can all point and laugh. I mean, this is all entertainment anyway. Let me see. Good. That's unlimiting. I love these things. I just got like a chat comment saying, sorry about that, mini boss, if you're still watching, but it looks good on my end, so I'm not sure if you can see. Should probably keep looking at these two here. Yeah, this guy. If I even smell profit, I'm never here. What about Ziggy? How's Ziggy doing? Still on the down somewhere. This one's doing alright. I'm in the green a little. Sell time soon. You, Ziggy, you are not recovering yet. But you kind of are recovering. Just not yet. Damn, so true. It's very interesting. I'm not gonna say it on stream. That's just a weird one in a way, because like it's still kind of in that zone, you know? But against like the underlying asset, it's actually not trading as bad. It's just because right now everything's on the dump. I wonder, because that matters a lot, honestly. What does the algorithm base its prices on? Is it like dollar amount? Or is it the underlying asset? Or like aggregated and then truncated into dollar? Huh. Never thought of it. Yeah, it's gonna matter. If he hops on the stream, he should. Fucker. So I'm streaming this for like over a week now. Still holding the SPX here. So, not the greatest success. Actually, let me check. It's not on here right now, but I gotta check the American bag. Someone's been going back up. We like it when things go up. That's almost there. I didn't put very much in, but if it hits that again, oh wow, the Harry Potter Sonic bag is up like 12%. Let me check that on deck screen. I mean, I feel like we should just sell. Yeah, I mean, I'll take that. It's like an 11-ish% gain. Shit, I think that's actually starting to pull back a bit. No, not again. I'm waiting for this fucking coin to decide to go up or down. Message. I mean, Ziggy feels like it was like an L. It's hard to say.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. You can hear me, right, please?
Yeah. No, your audio actually sounds really good.
Yeah, thank you. I've been trying to like optimize it and like my biggest fear is you hopping onto one of these things. It's like, oh, and I can't hear you.
No, not this time. All good. How long have you been streaming?
Let me check Twitter, but I think it's like going on 2 hours now. Uh, 1 hour, 43 minutes.
All right, 38 views. Not terrible. Um,
I do
yeah,
my
not,
best to explain what I'm doing, but the best like I've been able to buy so far is oh my god, like these four mean things. But let me tell you, that's not what the hottest thing is, and I feel so baited by myself because I was biased because it was a base token. But this fucking shit, Dan, oh my god, this has pumped so obscenely hard, and
whoa.
we called it on this candle. I made a post about it. I'm like I am sick to my stomach when I want to calculate how many X this is. I think it's like 2030X or something.
But did you buy it?
No, no,
Of
because it
course
was
not.
on fucking base, and I was like, nah, this is probably a scam. But then it wasn't, and then even I was looking at it yesterday before this, and I'm like, right? And then it's like, bam, fucking bam, today. It's crazy. Just this move, I think, was like a 6X.
What
But
is
like,
this? What did the security data look like for it?
Not 100 out of zero is like this. I'll tell you that. Like this over time, I think got better, but it wasn't like total complete scam from the get go. I'll tell you that too. But
Oh no, it looks
damn
pretty
it,
damn good.
no, I know it looks damn good. Like I would have like I said, I have a feeling it's because I'm biased towards base and I wasn't looking at it as much. But like we totally were giving the signal. I was looking at it and I was like just on the fence, and it's not like it wasn't on my radar and I was completely ignoring it. It's just like, oh God, like I feel like I just got punched in the face. Like
Wow. Yeah, no, I mean that was 17 hours ago.
that that's just that call. I went back in the token history and there was 17 signals we gave individual of this, both buy and sell. It got like all of them right except for like one of them was like 3 out of 9 or something. But every other one was fucking bang on. And the first one, I that's the one. I don't know if you want to like look at our Twitter, and I made a post about it and I shared it. Like we called it like the first like hour candle or the second hour candle or something, and it's like 2 days ago the first signal, 2 days 17 hours or something. It's wild,
And
and
then
we've
the
been calling
second
it ever
signal
since.
is like right before it just mooned. 17 hours ago is like right the elbow point of that chart.
Yeah, no, I feel like an idiot.
Yeah, man, I really want to get this automated trading going. But I mean, I think just like any clean base token new launch, like you should jump on that
It
because they're
wasn't
so
clean.
rare.
It wasn't clean. Like I promise you, I'll go even look back at the VOD and show the receipts. That wasn't showing a clean bill of health.
Do you remember what it was concerned about?
It was like, yeah, it was 50 out of 100, and it was concerned on the fucking liquidity holder data, which in retrospect, it's like, of
Wait,
course, it's a fresh
so
shitcoin.
Honeypot and Go Plus are fine. It was Token Sniffer that was
Yeah, I
on.
know. I got baited. I know.
Yeah,
I
no,
got
I mean,
baited.
honestly, my opinion is any any number in Token Sniffer is fine. Like as long as there's any number there, I think that's fine. I think it's the Honeypot and the Go Plus stuff that end up being more important.
There's actually been a couple times where Honeypot said it was fine, and then Token Sniffer said it wasn't, and I did trust Honeypot, and it still even turned out to be a fucking Honeypot I couldn't swap back. It was
Was
twice.
it a proxy contract or was it not?
I, I don't know at this point. I'd have to go check. I still have the fucking tokens because I couldn't sell them, so I could get the contract. I just don't. I couldn't tell you what the hell was going on. I don't think it was a proxy because that means like it looks like I'm trying to swap one thing and then I swap into another thing, right?
Not necessarily. There's other things that the proxy contract can do.
Yeah, I'm not sure honestly about the whole proxy contract thing, but like I said, I still have the fucking tokens because I was never able to swap out of them. So take a look, I guess.
Yeah, little blue here. Interesting. How has swapping been going in general?
I mean, swapping's good. I was trying to trade on Next. earlier, and it was going good. I did get one hang up, and I documented it, and I put it in the document. Like I put it in that doc and a bunch of screenshots and stuff. But it's not why I'm not on Next right now. But it was just slow. Like in general, like it was taking forever to load, and like I tested it. Like I went on my phone streaming data. That seemed to fix it for like 5 minutes, and then it still happened. And then I just swapped over to production, and then even like production was fine. So I was like, screw it. Like I'm not like I could handle the, like maybe 1 out of 100 tokens. Like I couldn't like it wasn't working properly maybe, but I can't deal with nothing's fucking loading. So I don't know if what the hell's going on. Like if it's like, do we use Cloudflare or anything like that? Are we affected by that shit going on?
Not anymore, but we would have been for that few hours. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I just I couldn't deal with it. Like I can try swapping back over now to see, I guess, but like for I think like the first like hour of the stream I tried using Next and it just wasn't. It was like unbearably slow.
So, did you see the comment from Mini Boss?
Yeah, I checked. I don't understand. Like everything was fine.
I'm wondering if we need to have 1080.
Yeah, because the charts kind of look messed up when I look at them. Like when I look on the minute chart and there's all these bars and I check on what restream looks like, it's like, well,
Maybe you need
restream's
to
fine.
like I don't think the charts are the problem. I think it's the like words and characters. Maybe you need to try to increase the your zoom in your browser.
Like oh shit. Like zoom out or zoom in?
Zoom in to make things bigger.
It kind of breaks the UI a bit. The most I can do is
If
like,
you if you refresh after you set your zoom level, everything should come back to normal. Like go to the signals list page.
yeah, it looks fine. What does it look like on the stream there? It kind of cuts off for me on the side, but it does kind of look cleaner. Like you can see the words better on the stream.
Yeah, the stream is a lot clearer when you zoom in more. But I
This
think
seems like
you can still see.
yeah, it's looks fine to me at least. Should I try zooming in more? Because like the problem is on the like I think it's fine because I can kind of use the bottom scroll bar to scroll over a bit, but when I click in, it kind of aligns right, even when I'm zoomed in and like refresh again. No matter what, I'm kind of gonna like the UI just kind of aligns right and it cuts off. Like here, you don't even see the time frame anymore.
That's even after you refresh.
Yeah, yeah, and I can't even like if I scroll to the bottom, maybe it'll show. Yeah, I can now see the scroll bar, but there becomes a point where it won't fit everything. Yeah, this is probably the sweet spot here. Can I show you kind of like a bug that annoys me?
Yeah, one second though. Oh wow.
What are you checking?
The resolution.
Oh, on your 4K monitor, it's probably like you can count the pixels.
Yeah, it's not great. I think it might be worth the 20 extra bucks to try.
Thing is, 4K, it's always gonna look like shit unless we were outputting 4K. Like it's never gonna like we
Yeah, I mean,
should
I don't
really
really
be
care what it
looking on
looks
a
like.
phone.
I just want to make sure the everything's legible, right? You can read it.
Let me check my phone real quick because I want
It's
to
pretty
see like
borderline.
because I feel like most people on X are probably just gonna be like logging out on their phone to check the stream, right? But they're not. I assume anyway. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's like super low quality, dude. Even on my
Yeah,
phone, like
I think we should try upgrading to have access to 1080.
yeah, 720p hertz. Like I can't see what's going on my phone.
Yeah. So I'll upgrade the account later today. We'll always try it. Again, it's just an extra $20 a month for now. Yeah,
Can I?
you can show
Can
me the
I?
bug real quick, but then I wanted to talk about something else.
Sure. It takes 1 second to reproduce, so it doesn't matter what chain I start on. If I switch from this settings tab and not up here, like if I'm say I don't know, in cluster trends, this switch is fine because it brings up this UI here, right? But I think because in here, it's grabbing the same UI. When I go to switch here, it's in the background, like blurred out. So I have to like click here first and then click here. That is the most annoying shit in the world.
I don't know if I'd agree it's the most annoying shit in the world, but
When you
it's
have
my
to do
job.
it like 100 times in a day, it becomes very, very old, very quick. Okay, one time, sure, I'll agree with you. So like that's it. I've just had to do that interaction like 1,000 times now. So like it's been bugging me. So what
It's a
did
good
you want to
find though.
talk about
I
there?
added that to the punch list.
Yeah, it's been bugging me. Like I didn't know how to like. Well, it's kind of just been slipping me to talk about it, but like I didn't know how to like because even if I brought it up on the stand up, you'd be like, "Well, show it to me," and it's like I don't know how to show that exactly because it doesn't like I guess
Yeah, I
on
mean,
screenshots it shows, but it's easier to show that on the stream.
it should be an easy fix. Your screen just went all black
Yeah, it's because
as you refresh.
no, well, I've noticed this and I don't know what it is. Sometimes like I know it'll happen when I click on a token and there's something about it that it'll make the screen go black. And fuck, I can't remember. The problem is I wouldn't be able to give you the contract address because it happens every time I try to click on the token. But like say it's like XOR here, for example. I would click it, and then instead of bringing up this page, everything would go fucking black. And it would happen like every time, but it's like super rare. Like this only happened once. I think it just happened again. Like, yes, 4chan. 4chan's doing it. Oh my god. Okay. Are you seeing this? Because I'm not, I
What
didn't
what
refresh it
network
here.
was that?
This is on Ethereum in the cluster trends page.
Yeah, it did the same to me.
I don't understand what that is because, like, I don't even know where to begin. But that I only experienced that once yesterday. I thought it was a fluke, but now that it's happening again, like, it's a problem. But I don't even know. Like I said, I don't know where to begin on it. It loads for like a second, and then it crashes, and I have to refresh. And it's the same token every time, and it's only that token. Yeah, I don't understand.
The new search feature is nice.
What search feature?
The ticker search feature makes it easy to find the 4chan ticker and the cluster trends.
Oh, oh, I'm not on Next. I think is why right now. But I was thinking because there'd be, I don't know if this would be like a deep leap feature or not, or some way to like get. My mind, deep leap should not just live in the token things, but should be like a site wide, like ask anything about Hoku sort of thing. But I was thinking like I want to be able to ask it when the last time, if anything, like something showed up in the trade signals tab, for instance, like having to scroll back for 3 days to see when the first time Lil Bull was trending is. I mean, it's good that we have it, but like being able to ask a deep sleeper search that would be even better, right? Like, that was just kind of like the idea I was having.
So we last week I talked to Jeremy a little bit about something similar on the cluster trends page. Um, that's not a huge lift. So I think that's probably where you'll see the first, um, frontier model integration. So you asked before what I want to talk about. It's really kind of two sides of the same coin, but that the cluster trends are part of it. Like
Mm-hmm.
those trends are insanely valuable. Like I think they're in many ways more valuable than the signals themselves right now.
I'd
Because
agree. That's
the
what I'm
signals, the
primarily
hard part
looking
is
at.
catching them, right? Like
Hmm.
unless you are just staring at the screen, it's hard to catch the signal early. Um, and when you don't catch the signal early, it's a timing challenge, right? Like you were talking about it a bit. I think it was last week. Um, Technically, our backtesting data is accurate, but if you don't catch the signal at the very beginning, then it then the backtesting presumes that you enter at the same price or better than what the price was at the initial, like when the signal initiated.
Yeah.
And that can be tricky because, like, the signal might initiate and you might see like a 10% move, and then it might retrace a little bit and then hit its 20%, and then we're right. But the person who bought it 5 minutes late after it's already moved, say 8%, they're not getting that 20% anymore.
Do you think that it kind of just hit me right now? Like, do you think that the way that the trade signal, not that necessarily like the way that we're looking at the data is wrong, but the way that we're presenting the signal is slightly incorrect. Like we only got half the piece of the puzzle. Because I know this kind of threads the line on what we're telling people to buy, but like, should we not give the window? Like, say, this really is the window to buy, and say, we'll close it. We'll still show, like, say, the trade signal is happening, but say, like, because this is sort of what I was thinking, where, like, we're not giving people, like, the timing. So, say, with the trade signal, we'll also say, I don't know, we think that there's like a 10-minute window where you could have bought this and made and still made like the trade signal, and if not, it's like over, right? But from there, like we still show it, or is that like too much?
I don't know that I'd say it's too much, but it is a huge leap forward in capability compared to where we're at now. Because none of these models are technically time series models. We're not we're not directly predicting the price at any specific time interval. Um,
It's
that's the main reason why we were able to build this so quickly, and it generalizes so well to all these different chains. Um, all we do is, so for the 1 hour model, we will literally take thousands of examples, 1 hour time window examples, when a token is trending in at least two clusters, and we'll throw those all at models, all those thousands of examples. And what all the model is doing is it's learning what does the trader market look like when the price is going to go up in 1 hour, and what does it look like when it's not going to go up in one hour. And so it doesn't matter if it happens in 5 minutes or 55 minutes. Um, if we were to start actually modeling on a time series basis, we would probably need 100 times more data. And it would probably mean that these models would only work reasonably well for the largest tokens. Because, like, remember what I just said. All the models are doing is learning what does the market look like when the token is going to go up over that 1 hour, and what does it look like when it's not going to go up. And it's just trying to remember those two different states. And it uses that knowledge to move forward in time and say, okay, that token's trending in two clusters again. Does the market look like it does when it goes up, or does the market look more like it does when it doesn't go up?
Now,
Now, if you
maybe
do it on a time series basis, you have to have, examples of every individual point in time. And it needs to learn what's the market look like at every one of those individual points in time. It's it's uh it's it's not even an order of magnitude. It's many orders of magnitude harder from a data science perspective to do that kind of time series modeling that would be required to establish windows.
I don't know if it was like ignorant of me to think this way or not, but I didn't think we would actually go about it in that way. What I figured would be the solution is not to go the same, like not essentially we would predict what the model's gonna say, not like I don't know. Let me give you an example. Like maybe we're not integrating into the model the time frame itself, but we have like a separate model that's also analyzing those price prediction models and inferring like if it comes close to giving a signal, it almost gives like a fucking pre-signal with that time frame window. It's like you have like a 5 minute window before this thing it looks like it's going to give a signal whether it actually does or not, because we both know that it will like update its like on a low confidence signal it'll sometimes flip flop and say, oh, it thinks it's going to go up but then it doesn't. But
So
just
that's in a very simple and roundabout way. That's one of the things that interests me about um, exposing the trend data, the cluster trends data, to a frontier model, to an LLM, so that people can say, like, you know, how often did this token also result in a signal?
yeah, yeah, that's basically what I'm saying, right? And then you use something like that to say, well, what's the likelihood of all these ones in the cluster trends right now giving a signal within the next say like 5-10 minutes, regardless of if they actually do. Because that's what I feel is like the next step up of like how you act turn these signals into actually actions so you can like, because how do it's all a question of how do you solve that back testing problem, right, where it's too perfect of a window and actually give people the chance. But does automation just save solve the problem if everyone can just hook up a bot to like automatically trade it instantly? Does that just solve it?
I think it solves a big part of it. Um, yeah, I think it solves a big part of it, but we still just don't know how close we are to being able to release a feature like that. We've been building the internal version so that we can run it for a few weeks and see, like, is this thing profitable as it stands? Um, and we just don't know the answer to that. If it is fairly profitable as it stands, then it's probably not that far off that we can have some kind of simple automated trading based off of those signals. But until we know exactly where we stand today, it could be very far off. It could not. I don't know. Um, we know for certain that if you can give an agent this data, then it can be profitable, right? Because the agent can handle a lot of like the fine-grained feature resolution that's needed here. Because if you think about it, the entry points aren't the hard part. It's the exit points that are the hard part. There's not always a corresponding sell notification after every buy. Um, and not every buy notification is right. So, there's a lot of logic that needs to go into exiting the wrong trades early enough and exiting the right trades optimally enough so that overall, you're profitable. So that's just what we don't know right now. we need to finish the work to actually get our own, internal trading bot running on this data and see after a couple of weeks, are we up, are we down, are we sideways? We just don't know.
How close
But
are we on like the internal one?
um, like I would say like 80, 90% of the core logic is built. We need to handle the routing. Um, So right now we built on Binance, and even the Pancake V2 versus V3 routing is a challenge. So we're planning to take the Kyber swap implementation that we put into the front end and apply that to the trading bot so
Hmm.
that it can find the right pools to trade into. Um, and that's really the biggest missing piece. There's other like small features that we want to put in there, but if we had the routing solved, we would probably be able to just turn it on and just see how it runs for a few days or week, whatever. So I'm kind of hoping that like in about a week we're ready to turn it on, and then another week goes by and we'll at least have some data, have an early read on how close it really is. But in the meantime, and this is the thing that I want to talk about is like this. How do we make this easier for people to read, to understand, to turn into actionable insights? Because like this is a gold mine of information. Anyone that uses any kind of trending information to make trade decisions, this is just better.
I feel like, well, the first things off the top of my head is like I feel like it's not granular enough. Like I know we do get into the nitty gritty, and there are some edge cases where sometimes it's not always populating, but I would err on the more is less, like more is better than less sort of deal. Because I would want to. I know I've said this before. I want to be able to expand these out and actually see what's like coming up, because I feel like there's a big value difference between the 11th and to the 10th versus even going from 10th to the 1st. It can seem somewhat arbitrary, but be if I was able to expand this out and look at everything in trading cluster 1, no matter how much there is, if there's 10, there's 10, there's 100, there's 100, I want to see them all, sort of thing. That's like number one. But
I just don't think. I think the reason you say that is because you've already spent a lot of time with this. I don't think a new user, their first complaint is going to be, I only see 120 different tokens on the Binance chain.
I don't think
I
there are
want to see
120
300.
different tokens really. It's some like a lot of the
Yeah, I
times,
mean
like if I
there's overlap, so it's probably closer to 80 or something.
I mean the labeling could use some work. Like for instance, we don't we don't show the tickers here. It's just literally like the softest, like it's just kind of like bars and stuff. So showing, the ticker would be nice, even though like sometimes I guess it might fuck up with the color coding, but
What do you mean showing
visual,
the ticker?
like sorry, not the ticker, but like the symbol. Like I don't know. Like I get that a lot of them sometimes are new and they show like that, like placeholder symbol, but a lot of them don't. Like the actual like token symbol should probably be on the left here, and then like I feel like I know we're still in the early stages on like badges and stuff, but fuck, even
Well,
some
hang on,
sort
hang
of
on, hang on. Slow down, slow down. We are showing the symbol. We're not showing the name,
but no, I'm not. I don't mean the ticker. I mean like this, the visual, the image thing,
the icon,
the icon. Yeah, yeah.
the logo. Yeah, I mean, I still just I don't I don't see how the logo is gonna help
Like
people make
I'm
decisions.
just trying to. I'm trying to think of how you're framing this question, right? Like, what do you mean by like how?
There's no framing. It's simple. Like, how do we make this data require less experience to act on? Right? Like your Archivas example. Like I would argue that if you had not spent a couple weeks familiarizing yourself with this information, that you wouldn't have bought that token, and
Yeah,
you
I
ended up
agree with that.
buying it before a signal, and then you ended up buying it before a bunch of influencers started talking about it, ultimately before Big Pump. So you've developed intuition to read these charts, read this information. We need to find ways to you know take that intuition and turn it into elements of the user interface.
If you're asking like how I would like look about replicating that experience or at least UI elements to do that, like it's really hard. Like, because in a way, the rocket ship new data set one, it does in a way do that, but not every time something like that's gonna happen, right? For whatever reason. Like it could have launched a week ago and we've seen it, then all of a sudden it starts pumping. I feel like it's something to do with the badges, though. At least, like, there would be there. I'm trying to think of it in a way that's like the least lift on you guys and Jeremy, because like I know like the whole formeme thing and trying to like back test that. That's fucking ridiculous, and like in a way, I regret suggesting it, but I don't because I understand how valuable it is. But knowing that, I'd say being able to just correlate, like even if something's not on the trade signal, just being able to see at a glance, like not having to scroll all the way down and like correlate them all, just being able to see, like for instance, Aster. This is on like every single one of these. Like even if we had it on, I don't know if we can put a badge on it or even have like a separate like here's the top trending tokens we'll say and like rank order them by just like I don't know, like a deck screener style at the top where we're just saying like this is the one that's trending in the most clusters right now, or these are the ones that have like the I guess the new pop ups because the most interesting ones might be just ones that are trending in one or something. I don't know, but the more I think we can do on connecting between the clusters themselves and here or showing some sort of like I wouldn't want to call it a bias, but some are stronger than others, and even like there's ones like this where it's like clearly something's fucking wrong, I guess. So it's hard to like account for those, but there's some that are like on the top of trending for like ever. Like let me switch over to base because they have the perfect example in virtual. Virtual is on every single trading cluster all day, every day at the top, or at least in like the top two or three. This is shocking that this is on four. So like that there's got to be something to that. I mean, even if everyone knows about it, the fact that like it's consistently trading constantly is probably like valuable to some people. And what happens when that stops? What happens if one day the music suddenly ends and then it's like fucking only on sells it's trending and not buys? Being able to just see that and not have to like the more we can like give like it's stuff like that. I feel the more we can do that research that like normally takes me like I have to think like because that takes time for me to do, right? Like I have to sift through, click everything, go look at everything. It probably takes me like 2 or 3 minutes. If there was a way just to look at that instantly, that's valuable. and it makes it easy for like users to understand and then come up with their own ways to like, I don't know, figure out their own little strategies, I guess. Does any of this make sense? Am I just rambling?
Yeah. No. No. I mean, the comment that, we want to add features that do the research that you're learning how to do with intuition is exactly the point here.
So like maybe starting from like what I actually look for in like these is so things I haven't recognized. So maybe this is something to do that we can integrate with like, I don't know, connecting your wallet is somehow if this changed. I don't know if that's like a lift in of itself, but like if we want to like actually personalize this, right? Like you could probably do that just simply by like if we know there's something that you would recommend in real time that's similar to like this is probably when token labeling becomes really powerful. So like if we see in your trading history that you've traded a bunch of meme tokens and then on this cluster one it's a meme starts trending up, we could like highlight that for you and say this one looks like something you would want to trade like here, not even just in trade signals, just here, right?
Have you seen any of the tokens in your relevant token list on here before?
Yes, but my token relevant list sucks. Like the only one that I've seen here is the liquid staking wrapped ETH or something like that, and it's like when that's trending, there's a fucking problem in the market. So
Is that
it
just
take
on base or what?
no, that was on ETH, but that's on this like. Remember, this is this new wall. Like yeah, I don't know if you're looking at it, but my it's recommending me Shiba Inu, liquid staking Ether Wrap 2.0, Donald Trunk, and like a bunch of like these other coins that are like really low confidence.
That's
But
interesting because what that's telling you is that most people like you are staking ETH.
well, this is like a brand. This was a brand new wallet. I'd be more curious to see what my actual one says. It's just I couldn't get it to connect because that was on the Trezor thing. And I'd have to go to the mobile version. Mobile version has desktop the dashboard, right?
Yeah,
Uh, Let me pull up my little hardware here. I don't have enough USB slots. Shit. Do I? No. I just unplugged my mouse.
There's an interesting one on ETH right now. You see STFX.
Let me see. Yeah, it's that's new. Star Fox.
Yeah,
Um, I would
it's
be
like
concerned about.
10 minutes old.
Yeah, but there was another one that looked like the fact that it stops abruptly like that tells me they already rugged and Morales hasn't caught up yet. No, it looks all right, but I'm apprehensive on this one, dude. Like this is like literally 10 minutes old, not even liquidity locked. Like fuck, I don't want to throw money at this. Not yet. I don't care if I lose like gains. Like it's literally like they could just pull the rug, dude.
Yeah, no, there's no new candles forming.
Let me try connecting here on metal mask. Takes forever to sign things on this old ass treasure, but it has never failed me. And God, over 10 years of crypto, I think now. So this thing's the goat.
That's
So on,
interesting. Like if they pulled liquidity on this, they did it really fast.
there was another.
There's no pools available at all. I mean, I'm running it swap analytic.
It's on Dex Screener, but I'm not seeing like. It says it still has liquidity. It's just there hasn't been a trade in 20 minutes, which is curious. But let me see here because my
Where does it say
MetaMask.
there's liquidity? Because Uniswap, there's nothing, there's no data.
I'm on Dex Screener. I put the contract into Dex Screener. I can share this tab here. If you looked on my stream, you can see I'm on that same coin. You can see it says there's still 7,800 in liquidity, but the last transaction has been 20 minutes ago. Like there's nothing.
And when you go to liquidity providers, there's nothing there.
Yeah. So it's possible that the data is just like lagging and they already like cut and run. Oh, I'm sharing the mobile.
So where?
Huh. It's recommending me like. Well, I wonder what this one is. This Meliora here looks kind of legit, I guess. I know ETH, like one of the coins it's recommending me for sure on my regular wallet is a scam. Arguably two or three of them, but my in general it seems more robust and confident on the recommendations for uh, my regular wallet. It's
Yeah,
just
this
some.
makes sense that your regular wallet probably went into the model itself.
It's just it looks like a few of the top ones are
It
fucking
almost
scams.
seems like the ETH data isn't updating right now.
Well, I wanted to. Here, let me see if I can
Oh,
find it.
I finally just saw an update.
I think there's something wrong with the data in the wallet cloud because it's not showing the proper price data here. Even on like the up to date now section, like God, I was looking at it. I hope I can find another one. It's if anybody's holding Aster, it'll show here because it showed it as 93 cents. I took a screenshot and it's in the document. But maybe you can just take my word for it on it. I'll see if I can find one here right now, quick. Being like this big ass Dream Cluster 3. Come on. There we go. anyone that's holding this thing. Actually, I'm holding fucking this thing. I can look me up. Uh, yeah. You want to take a look at my screen for a sec?
Hmm.
So you see how Aster here is like, this is me, and I know I'm not holding a scam Aster. This is real shit. So it's showing 93 cents is the value of this token here, but it's not. It's like $1.30 something. Yeah, it's showing 93 cents here.
I don't know. I think I know why that's happening.
Curious, actually, would like someone like B&B would say. Like our CHV, for example, is probably wrong too. Yeah. I had a suggestion on one of the spaces. It was interesting. It'd be like if there was like a rank ordering of like the highest performing cluster, like in the stuff that they're buying, like looking at what's actually also profiting and seeing what clusters are like, because we generally give the ones that are moderately profitable and like ones that are like, less profitable, like we give like that overarching behavioral analysis. But it'd be cool to see what that actually ended up looking like on the day by day, and which ones to really look at and which ones are performing at which time, sort of thing. I know it sounds like a lot of work though.
You mean on the address clusters, the trading clusters?
Yeah, like, because we show what they're trading, but we don't necessarily show how well those trades end up performing, right? Like, say for example, what if over the past week, trading cluster 8 here has done exceedingly well, and the things that they've been buying, like, not necessarily at the current moment, but we could like say look back here and like, because we have all this back testing data, right? Like, what if, like, on the same stuff that they're buying, we could be like, you know, these ones went up, these ones went down, aggregate them, and see if, like, how well they performed over like a week, month, whatever. And then we could show like, basically, how do we get people to draw attention to more winninger clusters? Because there's got to be ones that are outperforming others, right? And I don't know, it just makes it seem like more interesting. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Because in my mind, like if I was looking at this and say because I'm in trading cluster 6, and it says I'm a younger wallet, low risk, primarily short term, and I'm moderately profitable, which sounds all right. But what if I wanted to say, you know, change my trading style to be like this, who I'm a high risk taker, primarily long term, and highly profitable? Would it be enough to just copy trade these people? Or like, what would I actually have to do to like realign this to become that? Apart from the time frame, because obviously, time ticks at the same rate for everybody. But like being able to do that would be like, I don't know, like from the beginning, that would be like how I pictured using the app right when this is in proof of concept. Because tell me like how much work would it take for me as a user to move a cluster? Like, what if I said I don't want to be here, I want to be there? And how is that even possible? Or what is it like the sorting hat? Once I'm in my house, I'm here forever.
No, I mean, it's definitely not once you are, you're in forever. I think the longer, it's an oversimplification, but like if you have 10 trades and it puts you in a cluster, it's going to be easier for you to end up in a different cluster than somebody who has 100 trades and they're in a cluster, right? Because again, it's an oversimplification, but if you're in cluster one, it means that your trades look like cluster one people's trades. So you'd need 51% of your trades to look like trades from a different cluster. So you'd have to consistently, you know, trade differently and do that long enough that the algorithm would find you in a new cluster. So it's not permanent, but it's also not, quick. It's not a small thing.
Hmm.
I think we need to, I think we need to find ways to make each bar in these charts more actionable. Have there be more information, relevant information on it. And I think we need to find ways to make each cluster itself have more information on it.
I mean, part of the problem I think is the whole segregation of the buy and sell. Like, I understand why it's different because fundamentally they're different, but it'd be nice if like there was a way to show both at the same time somehow. I just like it's just so confusing the more I think about it. But like when I think about like how I use this, I will go and say I want to cherry pick something. Like, I don't know. Let me look at one of these for an example. I bought this one, so I'll use this fucking Chinese ass looking one. So right now it's only in that one cluster, right? So if I wanted to look and go to sell to compare, it's actually in like this smaller percentage. Like there's 17% and it's in the second rank versus, you know, 21% buying and then the top rank. And like I get these are percentages and it doesn't numerically translate over one to one, but like at face value, that tells me more people are buying than selling. That's bullish, right? So like having to flip flop back and forth and good and like this was easy because this is only on one cluster. If this was like say virtual and I'm trying to compare and like go, like if this is on every single cluster on buys and sells, right? And I want to do some sort of in my head like rank ordering of generally which one's more buy than sell or which one's more sell than buy. I have to like fucking sit down for like over 5 minutes and do the math on it. Like that's to me like that's a pain point, right? We could make that so much easier for people. It's just the way it's presented. But I don't know, right? Like I'm also a crazy asshole, so I'm using this way more than people probably should. Like, what do you see as like the lowest hanging fruit, as like highest value, like that we could do? That's not just like a badge or something.
I mean, part of the problem is none of it is really low hanging fruit.
Well, let's say low
It's
hanging fruit means like for what users would want, not necessarily workload. Because for me, like I don't know what kind of work it takes, so I'm just trying to look at it purely from a value perspective. You and Jeremy tell me no, fuck off, Owen. That takes too much work. This is, like I don't care.
I mean, I think being able to ask questions of this data from a historical perspective and in the context of price is kind of like the holy grail.
Yeah, if we could somehow like, I know it kind of doesn't make sense and it kind of make this like a mess, but if we could also like embed the prices in here, it'd be kind of neat. It doesn't even have to be a chart. It could just, CNN style, like at the bottom where it's like red or green arrow up or down, and then the maybe a percentage or a flat value, and then the number, right? What's the price? Simple. Is it this whole page should still scream simple at the end of the day. I feel like we shouldn't like try to pump too much like raw data in it, but it'd be like that doesn't mean we can't make it like flashy or like still like have more data. I guess I don't know. It's like a delicate balance in my mind, but I feel like
I mean, one easy, not easy, but one simpler price thing would be to come up with a badge definition that that represents the recent price activity. So, a token that is in these lists that hasn't had a large price movement, for example. My audio just cut out. You can still hear me, right?
yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, so like if I'm trading, I want to see the tokens that are showing up on this page that haven't, had a breakout recently, that haven't had a large price movement recently. Those are potentially, good tokens to look at further. You don't want to buy the stuff that's already had a big price movement.
I feel like maybe there's something we could do with because there's a difference between like maybe it's like a holders count thing. Maybe like is there a badge we can pop up here when something has like 100 holders or less, for example, right? Like, that shit's valuable. Like on top of if it's ripping too, right? Because that like goes hand in hand with because there's a difference between something that goes up 20% and has, you know, 50 holders versus 5,000 holders.
The trade-off with all this is like the more information that we try to attach to it, the harder it is to maintain the speed, the low latency.
Yeah,
So anyways, keep thinking about um, badges or other features relating to cluster trends. We're gonna finish the 4 meme stuff that's in flight, and hopefully that's done in like a day. When that's in place, we're gonna want to really market hard to the 4 meme community, to the 4meme company. Um, that should be our next big push to try to get into their sphere, because like when you look at the user data, um, there isn't a big hangover latent effect from the tunnel campaign and the marketing that we did last week. Um, we're keeping some returning users, but it's not just like kind of continued rise. Like we have to keep pushing marketing. Um, and I don't
I'll
think we have a really good plan for that right now. So for meme has to be that for us. We have to create a lot of content and try to inject that content into for meme related, uh, threads, timeline, whatever in X.
sent like a DM to that forum like account
Yeah,
on
I saw. No
X, but
answer yet.
no answer. But the thing is, I think they're Chinese. This is the problem. I think they, even if they read that, like they'd have to put it into translate or something. I'm gonna see if I can find like, because they have like a few different groups. Like they have a Telegram and the Discord, so I can, like, as far as hitting up the company is concerned, that'd probably be like the way. But I'll just keep like tagging them and posting about stuff on like Twitter for the foreseeable future as much as I can, just to hopefully scrape some of, like, you know, because it seems the
Yeah,
meta
I think
for
it's
them is
Korean.
like,
I think it's Korean.
which one?
I think for meme is Korean.
No, it's Chinese for sure.
I mean, a lot of what I'm seeing here says translated from Korean.
It says China. May on the account I messaged. It says Chinese, even their bio.
Okay.
Which one are you looking at?
For meme alert. It only
Maybe
it
that
only
one.
has it only has 700 followers. That's not the right one.
No, the one I'm looking at is 4.memezh is the handle. But regardless, like, I noticed, like, even in like their chat rooms, like people are generally just like talking Chinese in there. So I might have to like just honestly Google translate some of my messages and just like fucking like preemptively just send Chinese messages at them, just to make it easier. I just don't know how
Is there
fucking well
is there a
that works.
for meme hashtag?
Uh, yeah, like some people like hashtag for meme, but it doesn't seem so popular.
Well, so this is kind of like mission objective one. Um, we'll have the for meme badges in there, and we already know it's doing a good job of identifying those tokens, even like right out of the box. Um, so start doing some investigation on how to penetrate that market, that community, get Hoku on their radar, and help them understand what they can do with it.
Okay. I mean, it does look like they do shit with other brands, so I'm looking at their X. Like it seems like there's got to be a way to fucking connect with them. I just gotta figure it out.
Yeah, but I mean, even just making sure that we are getting in the replies on all the forming related stuff. Just dropping the link in there, helping people find people that are obviously already engaged with forming tokens. We need them to help. We need them to find Hoku.
I mean, it's funny because a lot of the meta on Formeme is like what the coin will be is like because you can link to a Twitter on Formeme, but then the link to the Twitter will just be a Twitter post. It'll be completely like just the entire coin is about that post, and it's just like fuck. So I have a feeling I could honestly just post on those posts too.
Okay. Well, there should be a lot of that because, like, overall, I think the I think the live streaming has generally like run its course. I don't think this is adding a ton of value right now. So I think when the 4 meme stuff goes live, I think you should spend more of your time just actively engaging people on X around the 4 meme community and trying to bring in users that way.
Yeah, it shouldn't be so hard because people are like constantly posting about like this form and stuff.
Yeah, so there should be chatter around a 4 meme token when it bonds, and we'll see them trending in here. We'll see alerts about them. So that's where I think your time needs to shift. Um,
Okay.
yeah, the live streaming I just don't think is really paying dividends anymore.
I'll say no
Where
more because it's
we don't
not my
have enough
favorite thing in the
eyeballs
world.
in here. So focus on that. Um, that's the tactical activity. I think the higher level is the stuff we are talking about before, like brainstorming around the cluster trends and getting content put together to help people understand the cluster trends. Um, you obviously can't do that on your own, but I think that's what we really need to lean into.
Yeah, I'll talk to Felix more. And there's stuff we can do about that for sure because I'm kind of running dry on some of the other content that we were posting.
Yeah. It probably also means like I need to get back to just like founder video stuff.
I mean, just one of those I can end up milking for a while, so it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
At least get one out the door.
So main thing though for now, start preparing to try to leverage the forming stuff as much as possible. We can drive some more um, users into it, and we can start shifting energy away from the live stream. I still think you should trade, and we should keep putting those posts out there. Um,
Yeah, I just don't
but
have to do it live.
yeah,
Fuck, I hate doing
exactly.
it live.
Yeah, yeah. The goal, like, we need to make sure that as many of your, waking minutes are just going to getting a user to check out Hoku, so we can keep those user numbers growing. Like we have repeat users, so for some people this is sticking, um, but that means that to continue growing that repeat user count, we need to keep introducing it to new people and keep helping those new people understand how to best take advantage of it.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna drop off here. Um, But like I said, Jeremy thinks that he'll have the forming stuff done. Um, the back end is like 95% of the work. So once that's in place, I think we'll be able to get the badges and stuff on the front end pretty fast.
That'll just be a next to start, right?
No, I mean, in order to really market it, we need to put it in production. But yeah, the first place it'll show up is in Next.
All right. Well, just let me know just so I could test it out. I figured, yeah, it'd just be that quick, and then we'd put it out as fast as possible. Just I figured you'd want me to just make sure it doesn't break.
I'm not super worried about that in this case. Um, yeah, it's just a badge. As long as Jeremy's happy with the indexer, uh, you know, something truly breaking isn't really going to be a UI thing. It's going to be more of an indexer thing. But
I figured the way what would happen is it would bog down the cluster trends and it wouldn't load. But I guess we'd know right away.
yeah, we would know that quickly. But I think there's a fairly low likelihood of that happening based on the way he's trying to build it. That's more the long term problem. If we keep adding more and more and more to it, then yeah, eventually we hit a point where it starts slowing down.
Okay. I might shut down the live stream a bit so I can actually work on because I really do want to work on some more content. I want to eat something. I'm hungry.
Yeah, we need to explain how to use the clusters, what they are, how people use them. I'm gonna try to start putting together like video content on the same, but these clusters are the most unique thing in the app. Um, but they're also, I think, the hardest thing to really develop intuition around.
There was another one too. Like I made a comment and posted in the Discord. There was a balancer pool that showed up in the cluster trends on it. And that didn't seem proper at all.
The balancer pools are just represented by tokens, aren't they? Like LP tokens, essentially.
Essentially, yeah, but it's like we still end up like linking out to like swap it, and it's like it's first off it's not even swappable, but I don't. Yeah, like it's essentially like a pool that balances like a bunch of an underlying assets. I think in this case it was 80% balancers native token, 20% ETH. This specific pool, and it just showed up on Trading Cluster 7. And it just I understand that it's picking up like people like swapping in and out of it like in the pool itself. It's not like they're buying like, the token, but it just seems wrong to show it there. It's not really the same thing. It's not a trading, right?
Where did you put that in Discord?
That's in the Hoku engineering, the same place where you talked about that 4chan is the thing. It's the previous post I made from that. Like I'm putting all this stuff in the doc and stuff. It's just that I figured was like I was like, what the fuck? Like that should never. I never thought that something like that would show up here. I figured it'd be all filtered out by design.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Yeah, it was a flash in the pan. Like it's not. I don't think it's there. I managed to have the foresight to be like, okay, let me document this while I see it. But I just thought like if it's in there, that means like we're still looking at those and it's going into the trading data itself. It just seems weird. It's like those, like all those like LP pool things, like they have nothing to do with trading really. And the tokens themselves, like that, like those aren't tradable. Those are just like an LP token.
Yeah, that's interesting. One of the things I do believe happens is, the volume, the actual swap volume on ETH gets so low on some days that it doesn't take very many, like, small, like, one-off swaps for them to start showing up.
Yeah, no, I definitely noticed that because there was one token earlier that was like it had fucking like 10 holders and it was still trending on the cluster charts. I was like, how? But I figured that was the case where it's like some, because I'm on the 1 hour time frame, so it's like there's got to be sometimes such low transaction volume that you sneeze and it shows up.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that's all this was. Probably does suggest that I should keep trying to coax ETH down to like a smaller number of clusters. Like right now it's at 8. Probably should be smaller than that. So I'll think about that when we update the data again. But anyway, keep documenting the findings, keep ideating on features, especially around the trading clusters. But I think the main objective needs to be switching over to content creation,
Mhm.
focusing heavily on for meme conversations and, kind of educational content around the trading clusters themselves. And that's where I'll try to put some energy. Um, get back to some of those like founder videos. Sound good?
Yeah, no, it's good for me.
Okay.
I You think I should just try to be as annoying as possible? Well, annoying is the bad word, but like, should I be like trying to chat in like the for meme like Discord and Telegram? I got like over 100,000 people in there. Start
I
posting
think
like, hey,
when at least the badges go live in production, yeah, absolutely.
all right,
That's the key to, connecting with the person and getting them to try the app. We need to go to where they're having those conversations and explain the value proposition so that they want to try it out. And I think anyone that's doing for meme, it's a really strong statement to say, this platform is very reliably predicting when a token bonds. Is it going to zero or is it going to 10 million? You know, what time is it? Oh, geez, 35:50. All right, I'm gonna hop. But yeah, that's the master plan.
okay. I'm gonna probably just stop the stream now, go get like caffeine and food and work on some like ideas for content, I guess.
Okay.
Or oh,
Yeah, I mean
how
the
do you?
only thing you can start on right away is just helping people understand the clusters. the for meme stuff, you can research, you can find the places that that the conversations are
No, I
happening, the
was talking
URL gets
about more
started.
like getting something together so I could pass to Felix so he can make like images for me, stuff with like maybe like the for meme and our logo and like stuff like that, right? Are we allowed to
Yep.
do that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
All right. Thanks, Alan.
All right, see you then.